quote of the week, guys, is yesterday's home runs don't win today's games. I love that quote. I'm a sports guy in general, so obviously love Babe Ruth, but that's so important even in sales, right? It's great to celebrate the small victories, but you can't live on those, right? You gotta, every day, you gotta be getting new victories and conquering. So loved that quote, wanted to share that with you guys there. So let's get started here. Again, happy Motivation Monday. As usual, we are going to do a tip of the week this week, our sales shout outs. This week, I'm going to talk about maximizing your sales. When I'm looking over these sales numbers, I see a lot of opportunity for us to be making just a little bit more money here. There's a lot of products that many of you aren't touching on. So I want to kind of show you guys how to bring that in and really get the most bang for your buck, both for you and for your client, right? And then we'll do the survey at the end there. So tip of the week, guys, if you haven't already been in there, hopefully you guys are kind of getting prepped and ready for Medicare. We've been pushing it. But in Coverage Builder, there are 37 states available for MedSup quoting now. And it's also really cool. It links you right over to Triad to complete an application if your customer likes it from the quote. So hopefully you guys have been playing with that. Check it out. Just trying to give you guys extra technology and extra tools at your fingertips so that you guys can succeed in this business, work more efficiently, and get more sales. So check that out, guys. As well, there was an email that went out this week for a company called TrueScript. If you guys don't have them, aren't licensed with them, if you don't already have a good prescription plan, this is a good one to check out, guys. Over 200 drugs on there at no cost to your client. It's $20 a month, $19.95. So not bad. And then there's obviously tiers of the prescriptions and everything like that. So check them out. If you didn't see that email, reach out to us. Let's get you at least looking at them, see if it's something that would work for you and your clients and in your book of business. All right. For our sales leaders for last week, short-term continues to be United and NatGen kind of neck and neck. Limited Med, Health Protector Guard. The accident is Plan Enhancer. Then critical illness, NatGen and Dental Emeritus again. Emeritus is a great product. They got that dental and vision product, and I'm actually going to reference that in my later slides there. Short-term Jacob, Katya, and then Gabriel. Great job this week, guys. Limited Med, Loren, and Daniel. And then accident, we have Dawn Trotter and Cody Rendazzo. So, guys, great job this week selling. Let's keep it up. Let's keep pushing, keep grinding. Again, I want to see new names on this list, guys. I love it. So with that, I'm going to kind of jump into it, guys. So maximizing yourself. How can you maximize your sales, right? So couple quick tips, and then I'm going to show you some things, right? So the first tip here is to sell value, not price. A lot of you and a lot of brokers in general are always trying to sell against a price, right? You got to get that out of your head because you are disqualifying some of your clients ahead of time on price. Oftentimes when our customers give us a budget, they've got more than that. So don't be afraid of a price or a cost for your client, okay? Sell to the value of what you are selling. Next, 3 very important words, how it works. You don't need to be talking to your client and say, hey, I've gone ahead, I got your short-term plan, and I added a critical illness plan, and I added a accident plan, and then I added a dental plan. Your customers hearing dollar signs going off, right? Tell them how it works, guys. So we put together this beautiful short-term plan with a $5,000 deductible, much better than that $7,900 deductible you've used to been paying on your group plan, right? So saved you some money there. The great thing with this deductible that's different from your group plan is once you've hit that deductible, you won't pay a penny more out of pocket, right? You're not using terms like co-insurance there. You're telling them how it works. You know what? And then what we've also done, just in case your son decides to play Superman, jump up off the kitchen table, try to make it over to the couch cushions, and he misses, breaks his collarbone. There's going to be a ton of tears, but all you're going to be out of pocket is $250, okay? The rest of it's going to be covered the way we've put this plan together for you, okay? This is how you need to sell this to your customers. Tell them how it works. You will lose them if you try jumping into the details, okay? Don't use insurance jargon that you had to take a test for and a class for to get licensed. Most of your normal, average American customer does not know them, whether they tell you they do or not. And then don't be afraid to ask, guys. Again, the number one thing I see so much in this industry is you guys are disqualifying your customer for them. You have already made it up in your mind that this customer would not buy this. You don't even ask. You know that most of the time, if you just throw it out and ask, what's the worst that can happen? They're going to tell you no, right? Well, they were already not buying when you disqualified them. But if you just ask, your sales are going to start increasing. Even if it's 1 out of 10 customers, that's 10% increase that you didn't have before. And you'll actually find, as you get better at positioning the sale to be ready for that ask, that those numbers will go up, okay? All right, so I want to jump into this a little bit with you guys. So I went and I did a quick family census for those of you that are scared of cost and scared for your client's budget that they're giving you. You have to realize people have more money, okay? So what you want to do is create this sales tactic of the silver, the gold, and the platinum, right? You guys see this all the time in any industry that you go selling. There's always different tiers what you're buying. When you're buying TVs, you got your Sonys, and then you got your Westinghouse, right? And then there's in between. You got your Toshibas, your Sharps, right? Everybody knows what they're buying, and they're buying at that price point, right? But they know what they're getting into. Are there some other industries that might use stuff like this? Sure, right? Wedding rings, when you're going and looking at wedding rings. You've got your basic, your gold, and then your platinum, depending on what your budget is. Every industry uses this, guys. You should use it kind of similar in your sales, right? When you're presenting these to your clients, start with your platinum plan. Give them the best of the best and make sure it's a little bit over their budget. Let's try to find out if your customer was lying about that budget a little bit. And let's see if we can get them in a plan that's going to be perfect for them, that we know when they use this plan, they're going to love it, okay? So I created a family. This is a family of 3, 35-year-old parents, the kid 4 years old. This is a normal family. We see stuff like this all the time, okay? And this is out in Florida. I want to show you what their silver options are in the marketplace or on exchange, right? This is what their silver options are in that state. These are silver with $7,900 deductibles, guys. $2,100, and this is for no supplements, nothing. This is their base health insurance plan. This is what you guys are selling against. If you don't know, if you aren't aware of these, run quotes for your client. Check out what they're getting. And then do you see that little thing, EPO, exclusive provider? Guys, these are horrible networks too. These people are paying $2,200 a month to have a horrible network. We're coming in much, much lower. Stop being afraid of the cost. Sell the value of what they're getting. The best thing that you could put together for your client is going to come in under these costs, okay? So stop disqualifying your client ahead of time. I want to jump in and show you guys now, what does our platinum package, what does our best package look like for this same family, okay? So I'm going to jump over here and show you guys. So and as you're wording this to your clients, you can call it whatever you want, right? Your preferred plan, the best plan, the platinum package, whatever it is that you want to call it, right? But it's so that your client knows they got options, and hey, this is the premium, this is the top of the top here that I'm going to offer you and that I put together for you here, okay? We're giving them options. And so this is a plan I put together here, guys. NatGen short term at $2,500 for the deductible, 100% coinsurance after. That is an amazing plan right there if your customer can afford it. This is for the family of 3 again. NatGen Trio Med at $10,000. That's way more than they need actually. It needs to be $5,000. The reason I have the $10,000 is I also put a $5,000 deductible up on the short term. You'll see that in a second. Foundation Health Enhanced B, a solid product that's going to make your customer enjoy using their insurance, right? Who doesn't want to get paid to use their insurance? You know what, Mr. Customer, we put on a critical illness plan. Heaven forbid you or your wife get, cancer, heart attack, stroke, any of those big things like that. We're going to make sure that we've got a lump sum payment of $30,000 coming your way. Now, what you're going to do, take the first $5,000 of that and pay off your deductible. Put the rest of that $25,000 in the bank, okay? Because God knows after this, you're going to have a lot of bills. You're going to be out of work a little bit of time, and we want to make sure that you're protected. And hey, if everything's fine and you go back to work quickly, hey, well then beautiful. Let's go out. Let's buy you a brand new TV, throw a party. I'll go ahead and bring the sodas, the beers, and we'll get a party started, right? But it's to let your client know they don't need to worry and stress if something's to happen. We're not seeing enough critical illness be sold, guys, and it's so inexpensive. It's so affordable for these clients. It's nothing to add it on, and the peace of mind it gives them, heaven forbid something happens, invaluable. And then the Emeritus Dental and Vision, I love it. So let's look at cost of this, right? So the short term, $2,500, it's $1,000 for this family of 3. Trio Med $92. The Foundation Health's the expensive part, right? The $351.65. That's why this is the platinum package. Now you'll see a little asterisk on the critical illness. That's because the children can't be included on this plan, so that price is pulled the child off, and it's only for the parents there. And then the dental and vision for the family, okay? Now, guys, that comes out to $1,724.88 total. The best package that you could possibly put together for your client here, I mean, unless you went a little bit higher on the critical illness coverage, right? You're saving them $500 a month. That's what I'm telling you. Don't disqualify your customer ahead of time. You're already saving the money on any other option they have. Now, what if our client didn't need the $2.5K deductible? They didn't want to go that crazy on it. We could save $300, $350 almost, right? Just by making that a $5,000 deductible, still 100% coinsurance. So look at those options, guys, and that's almost $1,000 savings on what they're going to get on Major Med. Your best package that you put together for them. And look at all those sales that you're getting there, right? Now, one of the beautiful things about all these supplements as well, guys, these pay over 2 times what your short term is going to pay you on commissions. Yeah, the dollar amount isn't as big on the product, but over double in commissions, guys. Also, your clients that have these extra products tend to stay on the books longer. So now you're getting those residual incomes coming in. It's very important you guys are adding this stuff on for your clients and that you know how it works for them, okay? I'm going to show you guys our middle of the road plan, right? The gold package or the better plan, right? I do a good, better, best is a good way to look at it, right? So the middle of the road, the better plan. You throw in the $5K 100 coinsurance short term with the Trio Med 10K, and that's again to cover the maximum family out of pocket, right? Husband and wife. Then we've got the critical illness still at $30K to give that extra cushion, because if something happens, that Trio Med, that $10,000 isn't going to be enough for them, right? So this gives them $40,000 of protection, and then still the dental and vision, okay? These are the costs. Again, the asterisk is because we can only have the parents on the critical illness plan. Guys, under $1,000. We're at well under 50% of what they were going to pay on major medical, and we have protected the crud out of this family, right? We're not seeing enough of this, guys. You guys are doing your clients a disservice by not offering this to your customers, okay? And then we want to kind of jump into what a good plan looks like, right? And there's a couple ways to play with the good plan based on your customer's budget, okay? So I don't like messing with anything but the short-term 5K, 100 co-insurance. It's just an amazing product, right? Even in my worst package, that's what I like to have. It's doing the right thing for my customer. Now we can give them a little bit of drop down from there, maybe to an 80-20 plan if they're just not happy with that price point, but I always start there. In this case, because I don't want to add the extra cost for the critical illness, I'm going to use the Trio Med that adds the either 15 or the 30K in critical illness. Now in this case, I did the 15K for the quote, and then 5K in the AME, okay? And then still a dental vision plan. This is where those costs come out. So not a ton of savings from the middle of the road plan, right? But still savings. Now we can drop that a little bit. There's tricks in here and ways we can tweak it. First thing we can do is we can remove the dental. If we remove the dental, now we're at $759.75. We're at a third of the cost of the major medical. Okay, just by removing the dental, making sure our client is protected as far as health insurance is concerned, right? The major thing there. And then if we wanted to make the short term be an 80-20, the cost drops a little bit, and remove the dental vision, we can get this client in for as low as $640.50. But do you see, guys, you could have made, this client could be paying $1,700 a month or $1,100 less than that. You should start the offer up at the top line. We can always remove. It is much harder to add later. You've already sold your customer on low dollar amount. Always start high and then work your way back, okay? So that's to show you kind of what's out there, what's available, and how to set this up and position your sales right. But don't disqualify your customers for them. I don't care if they told you that their budget is $800 a month. Offer them that platinum package, maybe at the $1,300 amount though. See if they budge. And then you can remove that fixed benefit pretty easy and have them right at their $900 budget, right? But start up there, see what you can do for them, see if they flinch, because you know that the other options in the industry are much, much more expensive, okay? And then some final thoughts, guys. The big thing is don't sell yourself short, right? Oftentimes you're going in with the mindset, oh, my customer said this, or maybe it's expensive for you, right? Get that stuff out of your head. Don't ever assume for your client. Oftentimes, it's best to just shut up on the phone. Present your best package that you have and shut up. Just let your customer do the talking, okay? Oftentimes you're so nervous. There's that awkward silence for 20 or 30 seconds as your customer is kind of evaluating what you've sold them, what you've put together for them, and they're actually kind of liking it, and then you start talking. Blah, blah, blah. Well, we can remove blah, blah, blah. And you've just cost yourself some money, okay? And you've probably put your client in a worse position because now you don't have the best plan that we could possibly put together for them, okay? So don't sell yourself short, guys. Use the takeaway tactic, right? Build the best plan. If they say, no, that cost is way too high for me. Okay, well, what would you like me to remove? Do you not need the dental insurance? Or maybe you don't need the dental for your child. That can save you a little bit a month. Use the takeaway tactic and ask them, what is it that they didn't like that you can remove, and see where that takes them in cost, okay? People start realizing the value more when you start taking stuff away from them. Oh, well, I wanted it cheaper, but I actually liked all of that, you know? And then the last trick that I have for you is to build around the health insurance. A great trick I know, and this goes in with the asking your client, right? If you're building a package and this customer gave you a really low budget, don't include the dental or the dental and vision plan in your first quote that you give them. Put all of the health insurance stuff together, all of the supplements. Put all of that in a package together, and you present that to your client as their plan. When your client agrees to that sale, You can either do it at the very end of that call or call them back a week and a half, 2 weeks later, just to check that they got their medical card, everything like that, their insurance card. Make sure everything's fine. Let them know you're just glad that they joined, that they chose to do business with you. If there's anything you can help, and say, hey, while I was looking at your file, I noticed that we didn't do dental insurance. Do you have teeth? Just kind of make them laugh a little bit. I mean, do you want to do dental insurance? We can add it for X dollars a month, right? Throw out the question. Yeah, half the time they'll say yes, half the time they say no. But that's half the time you're making more money, right? So use these tricks, guys, but build the package for them and give them the option of the best package. Let your client tell you no. Don't tell them no for them, and don't talk yourself out of a sale. Sometimes you just got to present it right, and shut up. All right, guys, that's it for the week. If you have questions, comments, concerns, email training@ahcpsales.com. You can also call agency services at 877-228-8773. This is Trainer Nick Murillo, checking out from Houston. Have a great week, guys. Happy Motivation Monday. We will see you next week.